John Easted. I am a son of a dairy farmer and a proud heritage of dairy farming in Clark County, Wisconsin. I live in the town of Rome, and I'm part of the Protect Wood County and Rome-Saratoga Friendly Group. The town of Rome is at the northern edge of Adams County, in the center of the state. We border the town of Saratoga in Wood County, where the Wysocki Industrial Farm Organization seeks to build a 6,130 animal unit dairy CAFO, clearing 8,000 acres of timber. The CAFO would be placed among the existing residential properties of many of the people I've come to know in this fight. I can't imagine being a Saratoga property owner living under this specter. I knew little about Saratoga when we first became aware of Wysocki's plans 3 years ago. I'm not sure I knew any people from Saratoga before this all began, but I know many good people from there now. Maybe that's a side benefit of this nightmare we've been facing. I've met some really fine people, and I learned a great deal from my new Saratoga friends. I learned that our town of Rome is directly next to many of the fields where manure is to be aerially sprayed through center pivot systems, just the thing that Rhonda was talking about. I learned terms like cone depression and how that could affect nearly 1,500 private wells in our communities, as well as stream and lake levels. And it caused me to look around our Central Sands area to the dried up lakes encircled by hundreds of high capacity wells. It caused me to pay attention when I read or heard about streams polluted by manure runoff, or 30% of drinking water wells being made unusable because of manure runoff, or families sickened by E. coli related to manure runoff. And I thought about my own recreational community in the town of Rome, where I've retired. Our 3 lakes surround 5,400 properties. The home facility of the Wisconsin Trap Shooters Association, the Syracuse Recreational Area, the Tri-North Ski Jump Association, the 2 existing Arrowhead golf courses, and the new Sand Valley Golf Resort under construction, all within a few miles of the proposed Wysocki CAFO. I look at the balance of that strong, burgeoning recreational tourist area in Rome versus the proposed stinking dairy CAFO, and I wonder why anybody would even think about siting that CAFO in the midst of an existing residential recreational area where these lakes and these recreational communities could be ruined as a result. People ask me who the authority figure is who will look at all that's at risk and intercede on our behalf to kill this CAFO. Can any of you tell me who that authority is, that one person who looks at this and says, this is wrong, it's got to stop? Anybody? I didn't think so. The one who makes the final call, who would that be? I have a vision of the scales of justice with Saratoga, its people and all it has to offer, and Rome, where I live, its people and all it has to offer, on one side of that scale. And I see the proposed Wysocki CAFO on the other side of the scale. And I ask myself, why are we even having to fight this affront to the thousands of us who were here before the Wysockis came sniffing around? I appreciate that our friends from Bayfield organized this event, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you. When I read about a family sickened by manure runoff in our beloved Door County, and I read about a proposed hog CAFO in Bayfield, one of the most pristine areas of our fine state, I can easily draw a parallel to the beautiful area where I live. Our Rome community is a notable contributor to the tourism economy in Adams County. The new Sand Valley Golf Resort development in Rome was named the future Midwest Golf Mecca by Golf Magazine. It will draw serious, wealthy golfers from all over North America. The South Wood County Airport is being remodeled to accommodate their private jets. Can you imagine them driving from the airport to the Sand Valley Golf Resort through an 8,000-acre dairy CAFO and smelling the odors from the 5,300 milking cows while they golf just a few miles away? And still, the Wysocki CAFO remains a viable possibility. It's a sure indicator, as has been stated before, that big agriculture is getting a huge return on their lobbying efforts in Madison. But I feel a change in the air as more people attend public hearings and show up at gatherings like this. And I'm going to close with this. An educator in the water science lab at the UW told us that the deck is stacked against us when it comes to the weakened environmental laws in place today, and that the DNR is not the strong protector of the environment that it used to be. He said, when we win, we'll win this fight in the court of public opinion. That's the court of public opinion. We'll win it by speaking out, by standing up for our rights, and by joining with like-minded people who have the same interests at heart. So turn up the volume, and every one of you reach out to one more citizen and convince them to join this fight. I wish all my neighbors in Rome would recognize that water knows no boundaries. Water fails to see that our town of Rome has zoned against CAFOs, but it's not going to do us any good. Polluted water will not stop at the county line, and I think a lot of us have come to know that. Thank you.